Heck of a game. I'm going to start out thanking the crowd, the community that showed up, got behind this team and these two seniors, the student section that showed up, the party planner that helped us make that happen. That was a big time atmosphere out there. As good of a stage and game that I can remember in a long time. But I love coaching my team, and unfortunately today the game came down to free throws. The one thing I know in coaching, you can work on free throw defense all you want to, but it doesn't do a whole lot of good. They shot a bunch more than we did, and if you look at the stats, I mean, we outshot them, shot better at the three-point line, turnovers were the same, second chance points were practically identical. The discrepancy today was the amount of free throws they shot. And, that's a tough pill to swallow, but we'll, like we always do, we'll look for the lesson in that.
Coach, you kind of have already talked about it a little bit, but when it's a game this important, like with so much on the line, senior day and all that, how frustrating is it that it came down to free throws, like you said, and there's 45 total fouls in the game?
You just, I think everybody wants a game of this magnitude to come down to the players. That's what everybody wants, and I don't think I would be any different than Tricia. Everybody wants it to come down to that, and so I've got to kind of leave that one there.
I guess what I really want to focus on today is kind of these two and their relationship with the team, the university, things like that. Before I start talking to them, can you kind of talk about what they mean to you and this team? I know it's not the last game they're going to play,
right,
but
yeah.
The last one here.
No, I mean, I love them. I mean, they have, what they've done for me and this program, I mean, they've made me a better coach. The loyalty that they've had to this program and the name across their jersey, I can only hope that we've given back to them what they put into this. And so, the experience and I can only hope that I delivered and that we delivered, because they sure deserve the world. The fun thing in this, clearly when, a few weeks from now, hopefully a lot of weeks from now, when this is all done, that won't be any fun. I hope, probably for the three of us, but I've joked before, like, it wouldn't surprise me if these two took over the world. Based on things right now, we might need that, but they're just absolute studs in every sense of the word. Their character, who they are as people, they're just the best, and I love them. I really do. I really do.
Telma, I was able to speak with your family before the game. Really was interesting to hear their perspective as well, because you see families and members of the community here every game, and for them it's a little more special coming from a different country. When you kind of look up and are able to take in this moment with them here as well, what does that mean for you?
No, it was great to have them in the crowd and like have them be able to walk out with me and be here for my last game. So it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess what are some of the, if you can put into words, I guess before the game, kind of leading up, what are some of the emotions that come with a day like this? I mean, we can see what they are after the fact, but what were they kind of leading up to the game, and even during the game? Did you feel a certain pressure to perform because it's senior day, or?
Not necessarily pressure. I think just go out there, have fun, like we talked about. But definitely, it's a special day for both of us. So.
Yeah. And then, kind of, what Coach just did. What does Ball State and this university kind of mean for you and your family? Your mother was very complimentary of the city and the team and the Clefane family and things like that. What does all that mean for you?
It's just I've had such a good time being here. You know, I came in 5 years ago, barely spoke a word to anyone, and it's just, you know, all the people I met, all the relationships that I'll have forever. You know.
Now we can't get her to shut up.
And a lot of my questions for you are going to be the same. Just kind of wanted to go one at a time here, unlike normally. Again, I spoke with your mother before the game. I know they're here a lot and show their support. She talked about how much this program means for your family. Can you kind of put that into words as well?
I can try.
Yeah.
Over the last 5 years, this team has become my family, and Tom has become a sister to me. And I don't know, I can't even imagine, like, playing on a different team in a different place, and Ball State's been a home to me.
Yeah.
And I miss playing here for sure.
Yeah. If you can, I feel like it is important to kind of touch on, you know, what this program means to you, but this really feels like a sisterhood up here. I mean, you guys have kind of gone through everything together. While your careers have been different, you've struggled with 2 significant injuries, and you know, you're from a different country. There's a lot of differences, but it has seemed like a sisterhood. Can you each kind of speak on the relationship formed between you two and your families and within the program?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you said. I mean, just the relationships we've created, especially these past 2 years, have just been so great. We're all so close. We're like the bestest of friends. We hang out all the time. I feel like that just means so much, especially when it correlates to the court. Like, we just trust each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a family. I mean, I've never been on a team where I, like, can genuinely say I, like, would put myself on the line for any one of my teammates, any one of my coaches, and I think that's really special. And that's what makes it so emotional for me, is the love that surrounds me and the love I've gotten from this place.
And I mean, the good thing with that part of it is that doesn't end. Those relationships keep going. You know, I'll chase these two down if they lose touch of each other, but I have a good feeling that will never happen. You know, so. You know, that's the beauty of what we do in athletics. Is like I know what 20 years down the road is going to look like, kind of, for these two. You know, and it's exciting to know what they're capable of, and hopefully, you know, what they've also taken from here, and will be able to take into that next step and dominate like they have here. You know, that's where the proud coach comes in, because you know what's coming.
Yeah. You know, obviously, you hate to, on a day like this, to lose. Is it something where you're still able to? Right. But I mean, is it still something? This is a special day, regardless. Is it something that you feel like you'll still be able to cherish, even despite this?
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Like, you know, a few years from now, and maybe not years, you know, sometime from now, like, they're going to be able to appreciate the crowd they just played in front of, and the atmosphere that was created for them. That was their day, right? Those people showed up for them, you know. It's the wins and losses are just part of it, you know. But it won't be very long that they'll look back and be like, man, that was awesome. You know, I mean, that was a lot of fun. It may not have looked like it, but like if you can't find an enjoyment in that out there, then you should move on. So again, I can't say enough how thankful I am. You know, and I've said it, like it's the reason I've been here for 11 years. This community's special, and I love it here. And I think the experience that they gave these kids tonight is one I know I'll remember on several days. So, yeah, you know, the loss sucks, but you know, there's a lot of basketball left. You know, and if we'd have won, you know, we still had to go win Wednesday, and we still had to go win the next Saturday. So it doesn't change the mission. It doesn't change what we got to do. And Toledo's still got to go win. So who knows? You know, but this was like Cleveland. Maybe even crazier. Maybe even a bigger crowd. I would say than what we experienced in the championship game last year. But and like I love that Toledo traveled because their fans knew what they were coming to, right? They didn't go travel to some of the other places, but they came here, and I love it, right? Give us your money and pay for those tickets. We got you. You know, so it was a tremendous atmosphere, and it's one. Again, I've been doing this a long time, but this was a special day. And yeah, we would have liked the score to have been flipped, and we'd have liked the free throw numbers to have been flipped, but it doesn't change what we just experienced the last couple hours.
Yeah. I'm going to blame this last question on Coach because he said it out loud. I was thinking of asking something like this, but I thought it might be gimmicky. He said that was fun out there to play, and I was wondering, I mean, you know, you guys are obviously upset about the loss. You're upset in this moment, kind of knowing that this is your last time playing here, but were you guys able to take it in and have some fun playing as well?
Yeah, I think that out there, that's what passion looks like, and it's fun when you're passionate about something, and you can tell that all of us are. And when we get a student section going like that, standing up and cheering, and all those people, I mean, you could feel the energy from the crowd, and that's really, really fun.
Yep.
Win or lose.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great atmosphere, and I just hope that next year and the years to come, they keep coming to the games.
Yeah. That's all I got.
For all of you guys got a big one against Bowling Green Wednesday. They ended up losing to Buffalo today at home. So
Are you kidding me?
No, they lost.
By like 27 points.
Yeah, they
Okay.
lost big. So, quick question for all three of you is obviously, I know for you two it's very hard, with the emotion today of senior day. Coach, I know that probably tomorrow you guys start focusing on Bowling Green. So tonight, whenever, right as you get out of here.
Yeah.
But just kind of a quick thought on, bouncing back going into Wednesday.
Yeah, I said it earlier, like, regardless of what happened today, we have to go win the next two on the road. And so, we've been good all year at coming in the next day, flipping the page, and hey, let's go. And here's the thing, right? If this game would have happened on January 14th, it would have still meant the same that it means on February whatever it is, right? So it just so happened to be like the scheduling gods blessed the MAC this year and said, we're going to put Toledo, BG, and Ball State against each other for the last three games. It makes for great drama. But in terms of a game-by-game approach and what you have to do to win a league, this was just the next game, So that's, and you saw, like, okay, so Buffalo upsets BG. Like, there's a lot of basketball left. and you know, there's 2 games left, but there's a lot to go. So, you know, Toledo, I don't know who they have next, but I know they got BG somewhere in there somewhere. And, you know, clearly we have to go to BG, but then we have to go to Miami. So there's a lot left, and, you know, winning this regular season is still in front of us if we take care of business. And I have a feeling that on Monday, we'll do the same thing we've done all year. We'll flip that script, and we'll be full steam ahead to BG.
Any more questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, obviously, you guys been saying it the whole time, emotions were high today.
Yeah.
You guys really came out super aggressive. But you know, some of those you didn't get the calls, or you're just missing some shots in the first half, especially a lot of emotions, technical foul. Anything from kind of that experience and then being able to overcome it in the fourth quarter that you guys can kind of take away to when you go to Cleveland?
Yeah, I think for sure. You know, it was high charged out there, and so you know, it's in those moments it's easy to get frustrated, and you know, so that's where a game like this, when you can play them, it has you ready for postseason, because that's what it, you know, every possession is just monumental. And I think at times today we got a little bit caught up in what had happened instead of what had to happen moving forward, right? And I think in those moments, that's where some things can maybe snowball on you. Yeah, it's, you know, all of these games we work hard to learn lessons from and pull from them. The great thing with this one is the intensity level it was played at, the level it was played at, the 2 teams and what we were playing for. It just intensifies all of those lessons, right? So they're bigger, they're more emphatic. And so we'll do just like we always do, we'll learn from it. And I'm never gonna ask this one to not play with the heart that she's played with her whole career. I trust her, you know, and so we're good. But that emotion and that toughness and that fight and all that is why we're, what are we, 20 whatever and 6, and it's what's going to get us what we want. So there'll be some lessons come out of it for sure.
Got it, guys?
Yep.
All right,
Thank you.
appreciate you all for being here. Thank you.